Welcome back to Orlando Out of Context. I'm Brian.
I'm Stephanie.
And we are coming to you from quarantine.
We're trapped.
We're maybe when we're recording this, we're 5-6 weeks in.
I lost count.
I don't know what day this is.
I still go to work, so it's not as bad for me. You should know more than I would.
April 19th. I went into quarantine March 17th. I went into quarantine.
Over a month.
So we're now looking at just over a month of quarantining.
It's not really that bad.
It's not horrible.
Bad.
I think we're now, at least I am, in kind of some kind of rhythm to it.
Yeah.
And adjusting. This morning I took a 3-mile walk, I think. And then yesterday was I don't know how long yesterday because I didn't track yesterday's walk, but I had to jog home yesterday.
Because you got caught in the rain.
I looked at the radar. I knew there was a storm coming, but I didn't realize how fast it was coming, and it came real quick. And so I got all the way to 535. I walked out that way, towards Marriott Village. And so I got all the way to 535.
Oh, you walked all the way down there?
I was all the way there, and it was starting to sprinkle. I was like, okay. So then I started to pick up my pace, and then I was jogging and then walking and jogging and walking on the way home because there was lightning going across the sky.
Oh, I thought you were just worried about getting your phone wet.
I mean, I kind of was, but I was more I'm out in the open. And then once I got to whatever that road is, where the Commons is, all those trees, they kind of guard
Block
you from the because there's that's so dense with trees. But I think creating walking routines, and I need to get better at that in the middle of the week because I'm good about going out in the morning for the weekend and doing a long walk, but I need to do that I guess in the evenings for the weekdays, just so I don't go. I'm staying pretty sane.
I kind of like it, I'm kind of enjoying it.
Yeah, you like it. You love it.
I don't know why I love it. Because
everyone's doing their streaming.
I think, I'm just getting I don't feel lonely. I literally don't. Normally I feel super lonely on a normal basis because everyone is doing their own thing. And, I'm single and you do your own thing and you work and do a lot of activities out the house. And I just feel so lonely, but I feel so connected right now. All my friends want to be in Zoom chats, and all of my favorite artists are doing nightly concerts.
We did an app. Our friend Cheryl's getting married. Cheryl's been on the podcast before.
Yeah, Cheryl. We were supposed to. Well, I was supposed to be on a boat with Cheryl. I was supposed to be in the Bahamas
right now, we're recording,
as we speak. I should have been there, and so we kind of got the idea that we would get on this new app called House Party. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's really fun.
It is fun.
It integrates some games with a group chat. So I don't know. We had quite a bit. I don't know how many you can have in the chat at once.
6 at once.
But we had at least 6, and it integrates with the app Heads Up. And I know you guys a lot of people know about Heads Up. You'll see sometimes people playing it in the theme park where they have you hold the phone to your head and then the crowd sees what's on the phone and you have to try to get the person holding the phone to guess the word.
Right.
So it integrates with that so you guys can play as a group. You do drawing game, a bunch of games. So we decided that we would set a day. We would wear our swimsuits. We would get our towels. We would get drinks, pretend like we were on the ship. Cheryl had her bride one-piece bathing suit on and her hat. She had a little hat with her new last name on the brim, a little beach hat. So we had fun, and it was fun. We played we were laughing and drinking, getting drunk for about 3 hours.
Yeah.
And, on a normal basis, nobody would want to do that. So I'm pretty happy.
We'd all be doing our own things. And so, yeah.
And we just have the time. We have all the time to do all the things. I don't know why people are bitching so much because, I have been wanting to learn sign language for so long. And, this week I have been sitting down and doing lessons for, I've been trying to do at least an hour a day. I want to do more because, honestly, I'm spending about 6 hours watching TV. And I would like to cut that in half and do 3 hours TV, 3 hours lessons,
And so I'm working from home, which is nice. I like working from home. I've always liked working from home because nobody is like interrupting me, because I get interrupted at the office all day long and I can't get anything really done. So, but I'm working more than I ever have at home. Like
your productivity is up.
Yeah, and I'm just, there's always something happening. So,
and we've been cooking. I have been learning to cook a little better.
You cooked real good last night.
I cooked a delicious meal last night with minimal help.
Yeah, you
didn't
have my help. You just asked a few questions, but yeah, no, I think it's good.
And having time to exercise, even though we may or may not be exercising. If you don't do something now, then you just don't want to do it, because we have all the time to do the things. But
I was thinking this morning, like, this is like a good time to build habits.
Oh, definitely.
And to carry those habits out.
We've been trying to drink water more, because we always say that we can't drink water. I've been doing really well. I don't think Brian's trying.
I'm not trying as hard. I do really well. I have done really well at the office, but honestly, it's easier here, and I need to do it better here because
we have the water and we have the bathroom and we have the time to pee.
Right.
That's my thing. I never have the time to pee at work. So
yeah, I think that we're kind of adjusted. I think this is going to be normal for probably another 4 to 6 weeks. Right now it's
the 19th.
April 19th, so we have hopefully no more than 8 weeks more, but hopefully.
You think it'll be that much more?
Well, we just don't know. Prepare for the worst.
Well, we wanted to talk about the things that we want to do immediately once this is over.
And not just us, but things that you should be looking to do to support the community. Because, listen, our community here in Orlando, Central Florida, from the small mom and pop all the way to Disney, you would say, oh, Disney's loaded, but, we have to start supporting the economy again.
We have to get the wheels moving,
and
people.
As soon as we can, we got to get back out there.
Got to get the gears turning.
And we got to breathe some fresh air. So we have a list.
All right. So first on the list would be the farmer's market.
Yes.
This is a nice place to get out, stretch your legs, be in the open air still.
Yeah.
Not be close to people. But so all over, there's a whole bunch of places. So we got on Saturdays, we have Winter Park from 7 to 1, and we have Sanford from 10 to 3, depending on, where you're located. And then on Sunday, we have Lake Eola from 10 to 4 and Celebration from 9 to 3.
And that's just a selection. There's tons more out there.
Sure, there's tons more.
So Google, Orlando or Central Florida farmers markets, but this is is going to be a great time for once they do start opening back up, and maybe they even open back up slowly, so where they don't have so many booths.
Yeah,
maybe they space their. I don't know how they're going to do it, but just keep an ear open. Follow them on social media if you can, and just know when they're going to be opening, because those people, a lot of their business probably comes from that one day a week. Where they're selling their goods. So definitely check out. And if you have any booths that you know of that you normally buy from, even right now in quarantine, maybe check out to see what they're doing in
their
terms
websites. They might offer some online sales.
Yeah. They might do some kind of place where you can pick up their goods or where they'll deliver them to you. So just check out some of the vendors maybe that you are missing going to on the farmer market days, and maybe they are doing some business during the quarantine.
So something I thought would be a good idea that Brian kind of snickered at was to host a yard sale. I mean, who doesn't love a good yard sale? I love a good yard sale.
I do like a good yard sale.
So we've been spending all this time indoors, cleaning. We kind of maybe doing house projects, maybe, reorganizing closets. This is a nice time to Marie Kondo the shit out of your house.
Yeah, and get ready for
a yard sale. Make a little pile. And then when things get hopping again, we all need a little extra money now, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And we all need a deal.
That's right.
So this will work great for everyone.
Yeah.
And you never know.
It's a good
Meet your neighbors, get walking, get out there, get a deal. Clear your house out, you know? It's good for everyone all around.
I mean, I've been purging a little bit here and there.
Yeah?
Like this morning, I purged a bunch of
old
like
Tupperwares
and stuff, just trying to organize the kitchen a little bit better and just push that shit out.
Yeah. We were talked about going to national parks.
Yeah. Well, so we did a little research on this. Some of the national parks are open, so you need to go and look at their website. Now, the actual buildings where you would go in are closed, but some of the areas are actually still open. So you just need to, if you frequent a national park, and you know when you want to go to, check their website just to see, right, if they're open or not, or what's open. But once the quarantine has lifted, make sure you're out there supporting our national parks.
And it's a nice place to ease back into society because you're not going to be in a crowd. Most likely you could be like in the springs. A lot of the parks here are springs, national Blue Spring parks and beaches. And you could be, in a little kayak out in the water by yourself. You don't have to be in a group of a lot of people.
And I think that's how we're going to. I don't know what the plan is exactly, but I think that we might be going in stages, coming back into regular
life,
quote unquote regular life. So whatever stage this falls under, check it out and get back out there.
One of the very first things that I am going to race to do is to get my nails done. We all have a lot of...
Can you imagine how busy all those places are going to be?
Oh, it's going to be terrible. I might not be able to get my nails done for weeks.
You might need to just, as soon as they start taking appointments, you're going to have to get an appointment.
Yeah. I was a little, I follow my nail shop on IG because she always posts, photos of people, when they're done, their little nails. And she was posting pictures the other day, and I was like, oh, my God, are you open? In the comments, and she didn't answer me, so... I felt like maybe if you're posting photos, maybe you were doing nails that day. I don't know.
Did you see what Heather McMahon posted on her IG story? It was a nail tech, and so the person at their house put their hand through the nail slot, and the nail tech was sitting on the other side of the front door doing the nails through the nail slot.
I mean, my nail technician, she wears gloves and a mask always, every time she's done my nails anyhow, just to protect her own self from the harmful chemicals.
Right.
So, but it's I'm just so bitter about it. There's a lot of places open that I feel like shouldn't be open, but why do I have to suffer looking at my fugly ass nails? I don't know. We just all have a lot of grooming to do. Men need to get their hair cut. We all need to get our roots dyed. We need to get our nails done. Some people need to get their eyebrows waxed. So before we get back out in these streets, I need us all to do some grooming work. And that's going to go back into fueling our economy.
I think that's one of the first things that will kind of be able to start being open, because you can do appointments.
Yeah.
Right? Because it can be an appointment-based business. I mean, some people just have walk-ins, but you can make it to where you can't come in unless you have an appointment.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that's how it should be right now.
And you can control,
quite frankly.
Yeah, you can control how far people are spaced out. So listen, if you don't have a small shop, then maybe only 1 or 2 people can be serviced at a time.
My nail salon could take 3 people easily and sit them at least 6 feet apart.
Your nail salon is MC Nails, right? Or do you?
Well, that's where I go for my pedicures, but I go over here to the nail spot by SeaWorld. Well, it's by the Flippers and the Moe's.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But yeah, like you said, I feel so bad because once they open, the place where I go, only 4 people work there to do manicures and pedicures. So it's gonna be a backup. It's gonna be a while. Luckily, that shop that I go to, they have a lot of tourist business. They don't have as many locals, so it might not be so hard, but yikes. It's going to be a while, ladies.
So, buckle up.
Buckle up. I mean, I painted my nails the other day while we were watching the Disney sing-along.
Oh, yes, on ABC.
But they're already freaking chipped, man. I can't live that life. It was only one day I had perfect nails, and then the next day they chipped. And they're short, and my fingers look like fat little sausages. Anyway. Well, the next thing that we want to do is go to concerts.
Yeah. We've had some canceled or postponed.
We had tickets to go see a Michael Jackson tribute show at the House of Blues, and that was postponed.
That was supposed to be April 1st. Did you ever get an email?
No, never got an email. Okay. I guess everyone's said, fuck it. One for one and one for all. Every man for himself. You figure it out. Also, we have, our garden theater shows. We were supposed to see Matilda this week.
Right.
Matilda has been pushed back to, the new dates are November 20th through December 20th. So, if you have any garden theater tickets, just keep an eye on their Instagram. They're posting updates, as things go along, as things change.
And just local theater in general. So even like Dr. Phillips
with
their Broadway series, I'm sure lots of things have just been canceled. And I'm sure because their tours, I don't know if they're going to come back around exactly.
That's the thing.
Then we have next year's tours coming. So you can't really...
Things have been scheduled so far. Things got to keep moving. So either shit's got to just go away and be canceled, or some things can't be pushed back.
Right. But definitely getting back out to theaters and supporting those local arts.
And the last one on the list, which I feel like we could talk about for hours, is staycations.
Oh, yeah.
And travel of any means, really, but since this
is an Orlando podcast.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we have some people who listen to us who aren't in Orlando, so of course, I'm sure y'all are looking forward to the moment that you can come visit us here in Orlando. And
I think you're going to be able to get some good deals.
Exactly. But we are blessed to live in Orlando, and a lot of us who are listening are in Orlando. So there's going to be deals.
What I'm hoping for is those spa deals, girl.
Spa deals.
I'm wanting spa days.
Just resort deals in general.
So early into this whole debacle, like maybe around the 2nd or 3rd week of May or March, I was like looking on the Marriott Bonvoy wanting to go have a little staycation at the Gaylord. Because the Gaylord is a place I've never stayed, but I feel like it's nice. They have a nice pool.
It's a really nice
they
hotel.
Have a lot of nice restaurants. I was like, let me see. Maybe I'll go over there for one night.
Their prices are always
Their prices are always high. Always. Even with the discount. Even with Marriott discount, it's always high.
You're never spending less than $250 a night.
But by the time I had looked, they were already closed. Yeah.
But I think that we'll have some deals for sure on hotels, because once we're back into business, travel here is it's really going to suck for the travel industry, and the travel industry is going to be the last thing that really picks back up because it's travel's a luxury. It's definitely a choice, and it's an option, and people are going to be nervous about flying and traveling for a while.
Except for me, I'll be on the next flight out of here.
I mean, me as well. I don't really live in fear in that way, and I think that once we can begin traveling, things are opening up, I will definitely be traveling. But it's going to be a nice time to maybe do some staycations, because we've all been in our house looking at the same four walls.
And I don't know about you all, but all of our amenities here at our living quarters are shut down. We have no pool. We have no gym. We have no nothing. So just to even get in the pool or hang out
I
at
think
the
that's
spa,
true too. I was
happy.
thinking actually of maybe even this year getting a season pass to the Disney water parks when it comes, because
yeah, that'd be nice,
because those are actually cheap,
and it might be a deal.
I don't know if we ever talked about on the podcast, but a great deal is, I think that sometimes people don't know about it, is the water park annual pass for Disney. You get entrance to Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach for a full year, and it's like $130.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It doesn't matter if you live in this state, live out of state. It's the price for everyone is $130 for the year. I think that's a great price.
Just go a couple of times and it's paid.
You go twice and it pays for it. So, and
it's a nice place to just chill.
And they have a cheaper option too if you want to do an after 2. So that's a great place for people, to kind of start getting back out. And The water park can kind of be germy, I think.
There's chlorine in the pool.
Yeah.
Chlorine kills everything, right?
Sure.
That's why the pool should be open.
They should have like a spray thing, like to spray you down with like a disinfectant as you enter the pool area. They have that in a country. I saw on some news report that some country, I think it's in the Middle East, but they have this huge like it's like a tunnel that you walk through, and it sprays you down, and it gets rid of 99% of whatever is on you in terms of like virus and germ, and it just you walk through and it sprays you as you walk through, and it just kills. Supposedly it kills everything. That's what we need at our pool. So whenever you enter, you get sprayed down, and then the chlorine should be fine. But yeah, having no pool and no gym here at the complex is kind of like.
I think if we had the pool and the gym, this experience would be about 40% better.
Yeah.
Just because. I don't know. A lot of the times, like, I want to go out and walk. I've taken a few walks, but it's just been really hot lately.
Well, and then there was the pollen. Now the pollen's kind of gone.
The pollen was really, really heavy to where my eyes were, like, itchy and getting gross. So I didn't want to walk around outside. And, we don't have treadmill here. So
now it's hot.
Now it's hot. So
but you gotta
I'd love to just go on a treadmill or elliptical.
You got to get out first thing or after the sun goes down. So those are some of the things that you should be looking forward to and planning for as we look towards getting out of quarantine, whenever that might be. Sooner the better, as long as everyone's safe and staying healthy and we can do it. Let us know what you are looking forward to doing once you are out of quarantine. Send us a direct message on the Instagram.
Or leave it on the comments.
Do we have any other ones? Is that
no, that was it.
I just want to make sure.
I mean, of course, we have the longest list of everything. Basically everything.
All the things.
I'm ready to get back to the parks, too. I'm missing the parks dearly.
Honestly, the parks.
I have never, other than before I lived here, been away from the parks this long.
That's true. I mean, I have been when I didn't live here and lived in Oklahoma. But this is the longest in a while that I've gone with.
I was crying watching the Disney sing along.
It's really sad too. Just driving through property, because I drove through property earlier this week. Because I stopped over at a friend's really quick in Celebration and drove back through property or back home through property, Walt Disney World, and it's just sad to see the streets and
it's just kind of eerie, a place that's usually very full of life and
it's dead.
It's almost something that takes on a life of its own. Disney is it's like a human being, It's kind of like
and honestly, one of the reasons why I like Orlando and I choose to continue to live in the attractions area and why I don't really see myself moving out of the attractions area is because there's this life that goes along with the tourists, which I kind of like. And a lot of people get frustrated with the tourists and get pissy with the tourists. And, we all roll our eyes at the tourists, even though they do pay our taxes.
Yeah.
They pay our state taxes. But, it's that energy that you get. There's always energy coming in and going out, coming in, going out. And that's one of the unique things about living in a place like this or living in a place like Vegas, where you get that energy that's always flowing through. And right now, there's not that same energy. It's very eerie to walk out because we live right off of International Drive. And International Drive is just like dead.
And I've been living here since 2006 and never have seen it like this ever.
I don't think anyone's seen it quite like this. So definitely tell us, what are you looking forward to? Send us a direct message on the IG, like I said, or send us an email. Give us a shout out. Let us know what you are looking forward to in the coming months as we ease back into what the new normal will be. And until next time, bye.